Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So a ton of people have asked me this question recently, or are asking me to make this video specifically, and that is the best champions to rank 5. So first things first, rank 5s right now are still basically exclusively a very whaley people thing, because the only way you could get one is from the banquet event, and I myself do not have rank 5, not even close to it. But obviously a significant portion of the players will just go off the prestige chart. You're going to take a look at the highest prestige champion or second highest prestige champion that you have available in your respective class, and you can rank that up. It is just the reality of the situation. And if you are somebody who keeps prestige and like very heavily in mind, obviously this is where you're going to be looking at as well. However, for the purpose of this video, and I'm kind of trying to hit that not necessarily middle ground, but what I consider to be a reasonable people position. Because obviously, if you are going to rank 5 champion anytime soon, you will care about prestige placement as well. Maybe not as end-all, be-all. So the champions that I'm considering, and this video also kind of coincides which champions would I rank 5 of each class. I'm going to answer that question alongside as we are going over every class. Because that is where I am. I don't want a bad prestige champion. I don't necessarily want it to be the highest prestige champion, but I don't want it to heavily vary my prestige. And I obviously want these champions to be good, usable champions that I think will give me more value. So let's first of all start with the skill class. We have Yelena, which would not be the champion that I pick, but she is the high skills prestige champion that is also a meta relevant champion. So I think Yelena is a very, very solid pick. I personally would be going with Okoye myself. She's still in top 30. I think she's like spot number 11 or something of the sort. And obviously she is my favorite skill champion currently, and it's also one of the best, not the best, well, the best skill champion in my opinion. So for me, if I would get a skill rank up gem, I would be ranking up Okoye personally. Then we have Nick Fury. If I cared a little bit less about prestige, if it was just ignoring prestige completely, my pick would be Nick, because Nick's always been like one of the champions I kind of respect and value a lot. Moving on to the mutant class, Onslaught is by far and away the best mutant champion to rank up. He's like the best mutant. He's the highest prestige mutant. He's not the champion that I would probably want to rank 5 first though, because I'm gonna be honest. I respect Onslaught, and he is the smart choice to pick here, prestige-wise and the game ability-wise, but I don't enjoy using him as much. Therefore, I'd probably pick Jean Grey, because I think Jean's still, again, in top 30 prestige-wise, although she's probably going to be pushed out very, very soon. And, yeah, she's the second best mutant in the game currently, and that would more than likely be my pick for the mutant class to rank 5, because I like her a lot. She's a good attacker, good defender. Not completely broken, still respectable prestige. In tech class, honestly, Bastion kind of makes more sense. Bastion has respectable prestige, and he would benefit. If you care more about prestige, Prowler, and Prowler also makes a lot of sense. Prowler is like the second highest prestige tech, I think, currently in the game, and he does make a lot of sense. And Bastion also does make quite a bit of sense, because he has reasonably good prestige, and he would really benefit from that extra rank, because Bastion is not great at punching up. It should be quite good when punching down, where you can just drop a couple of level 1s and you're done and dusted. For me personally, Tech is the one that I really can't pick. I'd likely do Jack, because Jack is like spot number 14 prestige, and I do think currently he's like just about the best tech, or the second best tech than we have. But yeah, it would likely be Jack for me. I think the most sense is Bastion and Prowler, when considering all things. Cosmic Glass, simple. Serpent. Serpent is in the top 30 of prestige. He is, again, one of the top 3 champions in the game. That would be Serpent for me personally, although I can completely understand people who got Thanos. Thanos, again, still has a respectable level of prestige as well. And obviously, he's an amazing dual threat champion. I think here it's kind of a bit of more of a question of your preference. I personally like Serpent a bit more. Obviously, Serpent, again, has quite a bit of counters, but I think at rank 5, he would be gnarlier on defense and more viable on attack. So, for me, that would be Serpent initially, for sure. Another champion that's kind of worth mentioning, it's Carolina Dean, but I do think she's somewhat of a distant third option. I think she's amazing. I like her a lot. But I think Thanos and Serpent are just that great. So one of these two would definitely be my first. More than likely Serpent. Then moving on to the Mystic class. Currently, the best Mystic to pick legitimately is Pavitr. It's quite simple because he's guaranteed to be able to be ascended. Right, so thinking of the future as well, he would be the champion that you can ascend further, increase your rankings further, make him stronger and stuff like that. So I do think that most pragmatic choice is Pavitr for your initial rank 5. I think most win now decision right now for sure is Nico Minoru. She doesn't have the greatest prestige. I actually don't know exactly where she lands. We can find that out. She's Spider-Man 54, so not awful. Actually, Solvark in tech class is a legitimate option too. But yeah, Nico, I think, is the best mutant in the game currently. Not the greatest prestige, but still, for me, Nico makes a lot of sense as well, and probably would end up being my first rank 5 Mystic. Another very alluring champion is Shatra, not only because she lives very high up in the prestige list, but also because she's the type of champion that's extremely versatile and has some of the highest amount of matchups that she can take in the relevant defenders. As in, like, she's quite good against Dark Phoenix, she obviously does Serpent, she does Thanos, and then she does a ton of random things like Onslaughts and Dusts and so on and so forth. And one thing that one big, well, not big, but one somewhat noticeable minus about Shatra would be that she's not like the fastest nuke. Obviously, extra rank would help tremendously on that. And yeah, I think Shatra could absolutely be a legitimately great pick for your rank 5 as well. Mine would still be Nico though. And then we have the Science class. Science class, honestly, and here's like the big conversation. I right now, I think I value Photon more. Because we haven't lived all that long with the nerfed version of Spider-Woman. And obviously she's still like the second pick here. For me, I think Photon might be the best science champion again. I really do. Because Spider-Woman has lost vast majority of her defensive prowess. Genuinely, she's kind of a potato now in defense. She really, really is. And yeah, she's so much worse on defense that I think overall, I think offensively Spider-Woman is still better than Photon, but I think overall as a package, Photon is the better science champion right now. And that also means, well, first of all, I personally enjoy and like Photon a lot too myself, and yeah, my science pick would go to Photon. Obviously, Spider-Woman is still a very, very respectable choice. I think she's clear number 2 science champion right now. Despite her being molested by Kabam. But yeah, it's kind of annoyed. And I think that's another reason for me not wanting to rank her up, because again, it just feels like you're using a defective product now. It's kind of similar situation I have with Moleman. I still like him, but every time I play Moleman, I'm like a bit sad, a bit annoyed that Kabam did that to him. And still, even now, years later, like every time I use Moleman, you know, that thought finds its way to me, where I'm kind of getting, you know, annoyed by Kabam having, you know, nerfed him or bug fixed Moleman. And the same feeling I get with Spider-Woman now, so it's just another argument for me not to do it immediately, I suppose. Another point to mention is Lizard. Obviously, Lizard is reasonably good in Prestige and will be able to be ascended. I'm not super sold on his usefulness in overall game for now, though, so I'm not going to advocate for it quite strongly. My pick would still definitely be Photon. Again, obviously, in every class, there are still other solid options to go with. For instance, I know that, you know, some of you would absolutely go with Crossbones in the skill class, or potentially a Bullseye even. Then in the Mutant class, we do have Mr. Sinister, which I think would absolutely kick ass, but unfortunately his prestige kind of sucks, so it would be really hard to justify that, you know, in my mind. In tech class, as I said, I should have probably brought up Solvark. I actually think Solvark might be a very reasonably good pick in tech class, and I would completely understand that, as well as I think Sentinel, you know, kind of makes sense, but again, his prestige is kind of garbage. Fam, potentially. In Cosmic class, again, we still have, you know, Galen or Null that also make a lot of sense to be the first rank 5s. In the Mystic class, there's even more. There's abs, kind of makes sense. For rank 5, Kushala still would make sense, or even Kindred. As a rank 5 Kindred would be gnarly, man. But there you go. So hopefully this answers that question. The champions that I think are the best to take to rank 5 out of each of the respective class. If I have to rank them up overall, like as generic general options, I mean, I'd go Serpent and Onslaught as the two best ones. I think Serpent and Onslaught are the top two options for rank 5. Onslaught being number 1. I think overall in the entire game, it's very hard to make an argument that Onslaught is not the best rank 5 option to start with. Because again, second highest prestige in game, absolutely great in every game mode, offensively and defensively. And then after that, we have Serpent. After that, you know, you could potentially put Mystic Spidey, I think, with his ascendability and high prestige. Tech and skill class, I think, are kind of lagging behind great options to rank 5. Let me know what you think, and I'll catch you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the next